Here's the latest on my command line agent tool project. The goal is to create a framework where local tools and AI agents work together smoothly without relying on external models for tasks that can be handled locally. It's about cutting out the overhead and cost of calling out to APIs when all you really need is local computation, while still keeping the power of remote APIs for more complex reasoning. Using vibe coding techniques, I made fast progress, but the complexity started to get out of hand. So I took a step back and decided to break things down into a series of focused experiments, allowing me to perfect each component individually before putting everything together into a fully integrated system. In my first go, in order to get a small local model, and I was using TinyLlama to handle basic tool usage, I fine-tuned the model, aiming for it to understand how to call tools using the MCP syntax. I previously tried building detailed prompts that outlined the MCP interface, but TinyLlama's context window was too small to make this work. I also considered using retrieval augmented generation, which everybody calls RAG, but figured the context limitations would still be an issue if I did that. So my training efforts were working according to the numbers, but when I tested simple file system operations, no success. Despite training on hundreds of synthetic examples, I was unable to get the TinyLlama to learn the syntax. After TinyLlama, I tried working with Llama 3.1 Minitron 4B, which is a smaller optimized version of Llama 3 models built by NVIDIA for faster and more efficient performance. This was another pre-trained model, but I still had to guide it with very explicit prompts, and though I simplified the tool call format, hoping to streamline the process, lowered the temperature, made lots of tweaks, it really wasn't working out for me. At this point, I asked myself, do I really need to fine-tune? Is it possible there's a pre-trained model out there that will just fit on my GPU and have the necessary tool usage syntax built in? So I did what I probably should have done a day before, which was to do a bit of deep research on the project, and landed on using Llama 3.2 3B Instruct, which has tool usage capabilities built in. That's nice. No more fine-tuning or complex parsing. This model handles tool calls natively, and it just works. So now my project's going to focus on this setup, and it's a lot more stable. In my next experiment, I'll ensure that I have a component that can successfully take the parsed tool fragments and shell out commands as needed.